I am a former Regent Park resident. I lived here for almost 27 years, maybe 28 years.
River and Oak. Lovely little right in our own backyard story.
This was very interesting for me because I worked in Chicago many years ago, and they have a lot of these public housing projects. And Chicago is a city that really doesn't work. And I think a lot of these housing projects, you know, that's something that's big in America, big over here. I don't know if they're the best solution. And, you know, I think, you know, some of the things that governments do, it's like it's difficult to break the mold, you know. We want to do things the way we've always done them. And so that was something that I was thinking about as I watched the piece.
I was actually glad to see this film because I work near there, so every day all winter I've been driving by, watching it come down piece by piece, and often thinking there's a lot of stories there to be had, and I'm sure that we'll see more films and documentaries with people's stories from that because it's a big part of Toronto's history.
Yeah, absolutely. There are some very bright people, bright characters, bright history behind here, and it was nice to see them and unravel them.
I had a colleague at U of T, and she invited me over. She was one of the newcomers, and she told me very quietly, I hope you don't mind, I didn't tell you, but I have a flat in Regent Park, and I hope that doesn't surprise you or anything. And looking back at it, it's funny, I was a little bit, you know, wondering about it after hearing all about drugs and all that, but she told me about this fantastic knitting of the community, and she said even though she's coming from a culture and family that was very rich, and then because she's a newcomer and she was trying to do U of T, she didn't have much money, so she had to live in the project. So it was a very interesting evening that I had with her.
Well, I was curious to know if any levels of government or the people that moved in these condos somehow compensated in terms of how they were kicked off and shoved to the side.
Home is home, and these people clearly love their home, whatever anybody else may think of their neighborhood. This is something that's happening all around the city. If you go along Eglinton, as they're building that crosstown, they're knocking down all kinds of businesses. I have 2 restaurants in my neighborhood that I loved are gone. And you're seeing older apartment buildings, these signs appear in front of them, notice, and you see what they're going to do. And they're going to demolish apartments that rent for $1,200 a month and replace them with new ones that rent for $2,000. Which means you'll need $50,000 a year to have a 1-bedroom apartment in the city at some point. One thing that noticed cinematically about this film is the absence of music. And it works, and the other ones have music, and that also works. So it's interesting, it was a contrast. I wonder if anybody else noticed that, the absence. And I loved how Maria stopped that cyclist, made him stop in the crosswalk. Cyclist, you are not running this sign. The traffic rules apply to you too.
Yeah. And she had that wonderful nose. I mean, the characters just jump off the screen. You know these people.
I really enjoy all these like counter narratives and like kind of challenging our perceptions of stories we're told. But like this is the most relatable to me, just because I've lived in the neighborhood and like virtually all my family has been moving to like Hamilton or Oshawa just for the cheaper housing prices. So, but like on a broader level, like it really speaks to how like immigration is really, like immigration and gentrification are like really kind of messy and leaky, because on the one hand, the area's getting nicer, the plumbing's getting better. On the other hand, all these people are dislocated and like the demographics have changed completely, right? So it's really leaky.
For sure, right? When one area changes, the mass changes again. Those scales tip, and where they all balance out. Yeah, it's a fascinating piece about our own town and our own city, and also these things happen all over urban areas.